Hey, how's everybody doing? Before I begin the video, I just wanted to include this little prelude. The reason for is because most of this episode revolves around me hosting a party. I don't think I need to tell anybody why that makes me look like a reckless jackass. And my explanation for it is we actually filmed this in August of 2019. That's actually the week, the when I listened to nothing but butt rock for a week, was a week in August of 2019. I can add it above if you want to see the exact dates. I kept it vague on purpose, but there you go. So I just want everybody to know nobody was harmed in the making of this video. If you don't believe me, that's fine. I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to have a party in the middle of a pandemic, film it, and then put it on YouTube. And then include this fake little prelude, it actually happened in August of 2019. That would be pretty on brand butt rock to host a party in the middle of a pandemic. I know a lot of butt rock bands are still playing shows back in 2020, and it's just y'all are not helping your case here. There's even a part in the video you hear me coughing, and it's this really didn't age well. But this party happened. This was all filmed August of 2019. Before we knew what COVID-19 was, before it even existed, allegedly, when everything was normal, whatever that means. So please enjoy the video. Just take comfort in the fact, take comfort in the fact that nobody was harmed in the making of it. And stay tuned to the end because I have a special announcement. So stick with me at this video's conclusion. All right, enjoy the video. Yo, come in.
What's up? Hey, can you turn the music down? I was wondering if we could maybe talk for a little bit.
So what is it that you want to talk about?
I'm just a little worried about you, to be honest. You've been doing this for a couple days now, and I know you're trying to make it the whole week, but we really think you've driven your point home. To be honest, Tori's not going to stay around much longer if she keeps waking up to Seether at 3 in the morning every night.
But John, you gotta understand, this music has become me. It's everything I've ever wanted. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna listen to anything else.
Well, what about the music you listen to? Dismemberment Plan? You're miserable? You used to love the shit.
Dismemberment Plan. I remember these guys. Get out. Get the fuck out!
I see you're full of shit, and that's alright. I say you beg, so get like we see it. We just I say you beg. We just I say you beg, so get like we see it. So get like we see it. We just say you beg, so get and give up everything. Like we see it. We just say you beg, so get my sacrifice. And give up everything. My sacrifice. Give up and give up and give up and give up and just for my sacrifice. Can you take my pain away? Just for my sacrifice.
Cause you're my Mississippi princess and my California queen, the Duchess of Detroit and every city in between. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It's been a bit of a tough week, and I've really tried to brace it, but I can't deny the fact I haven't worn a shirt with sleeves on it in a couple days. And I think people are starting to notice a little bit of a change in me. And so I was thinking, I was listening to my favorite Kid Rock record, and I figured, if I'm gonna listen to nothing but butt rock, everybody else has to listen to nothing but butt rock. So I had a gathering with a couple of my closest friends. We drank some beers, and we listened to some motherfucking butt rock. This is what happened.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Here comes the next contestant. Is that your hand or mine? Here comes the next contestant. Here comes the next contestant. Here comes the next contestant.
Hi, I'm Griffith. I'm 25. I'm a Scorpio, and I'm pretty spicy.
Wasn't Michael Cera Palin.
J33, alcoholic. Everything is bad.
I am Scottish royalty. I am 33 years old. I'm a sadomasochist. And I have a tattoo of a rooster that people think is a chicken.
I'm Claire Darling. I'm in too many bands. I fucking love butt rock.
My name is Elliot. The second band ever that I ever considered my favorite was AC/DC, and I think they were a pretty strong prerequisite for butt rock. Should I talk to the camera?
Okay, it's like kind of weird for me. I know like these questions have to be like super fast paced, so I can't go into it. But for a while, like I did not like music because all my dad like listened to was stuff like classic rock, and I just always didn't really like super like macho shit. And a lot of classic rock is like, you know, shirtless dudes like this, just playing like guitar solos and shit like that. And I was just like, that's not my style. So I feel like I've always kind of inherited that belief of like not super digging that macho shit, and that's why it's hard for me to have a relationship with butt rock.
I'd say selectively I enjoy butt rock. There's some artists I'd be more inclined to enjoy than others, but as a whole, I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan.
I ignore it.
Okay, I actually really liked Limp Bizkit when I was like 12 and 13. I liked the first one, $3 Bill Y'all. I actually owned it on CD, and I also I got a PlayStation, and it came with a CD, and it had Korn's Blind on it, and that opened me up to like that weird genre. I don't say I like it now, but when you're 12 and it was the thing, I mean, rap and rock at the time was not mixed like that, so.
The entire drive here today, I listened to a playlist on Spotify that was just called butt rock. My coworker plays butt rock all the time, and I I don't sing it aloud while I'm at work, but I'm thinking it.
Hit or miss. I see it as something of a spectacle and take it as it comes. Like I'm not gonna like put more weight in it than it's really trying to pull, because the way I see it, art can be made for two reasons. Art can either be made for expression or aesthetic. And expression, there is something you are trying to say. For aesthetic, you are simply trying to create the vague sense of art. It is the reason why there are very vague paintings in doctors' waiting rooms. It is why butt rock happens, you know? It is people wanting something that pumps adrenaline, but like they want to go for the nearest thing to them. And that's another thing about butt rock, is that like it's very well commercialized. And so
Cheers, child, I'll drink to that.
Because they censored hit in that, I thought he was saying for every shit we take.
very heavily commercialized, and so because of that, I think that's why a lot of it is considered very least common denominator, because like a lot of what butt rock fans would enjoy that is actually created for the sake of expression, Nirvana, the System of a Down, I don't think they're butt rock, but I would definitely say they appeal to the sensibilities of a butt rock fan and give butt rock fans much of what they seek out of butt rock. So in addition to a sound, I think it is a symptom of an attempt to keep rock music relevant within a very narrow mindset of what that means. because many rock records that matter now did not matter whatsoever when they came out, right? But that is to say, I'm not about to have a bleeding heart, like, sit in my feelings listening to Stone Sour, you know? I might go to Nirvana. Nirvana appeals to butt rock fans. Nirvana was not created for the sake of aesthetic and just, like, perpetuating a sound. They were created as a means of expression. And I think that's a very important distinction with any form of art, really.
Can you do your best butt rock growl?
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Get ready to rumble.
Ooh, I'm still alive, yeah.
It's affirmed that they are, but like I still don't say Butterfly is like a butt rock band. Or Butterfly is a butt rock song. No, like I agree that like Crazy Train and this shit is a butt rock band, but I don't think that these songs can qualify as like a butt rock song. Okay, being like expressing your maleness through like just like power and shit, like feeling like you're strong, you're on top of the world, feeling insecure and using the fact you can get laid to make you feel less insecure, because I feel like a lot of butt rock's about that. Well, I mean, like, I don't know, maybe not a lot of butt rock songs are explicitly about that, but I feel like a lot of dudes who like butt rock feel like they get like a self-satisfaction from being laid because they were fat in middle school and they need to make up for it now. And Drop Deep.
WWE. Yeah, that's it.
Well, nowadays everybody makes fun of it, but I think that's because y'all are older. I actually grew up through it, and it was the only bastion of rock we had that wasn't our father's music, and it wasn't hip-hop. Not that we hated hip-hop, it's just like people like to split off in the genre, so it was like, well, this is what rock and roll is now. Blame the record labels, don't blame people. They gravitate towards what they recognize, but which is kind of different. They like rock and roll, there's people who like the oldies, and then they were like, well, I don't want to listen to what my dad listens to, man, so Limp Bizkit.
Kind of like grease. Like the concept of just like greasiness. Like someone complained the other day at my restaurant job that the chips were greasy. I had to take it off the bill. I would say butt rock is a bit too greasy.
Hypermasculinity, for sure. Alcoholism is like a universal thing. Like whether you're a consumer of it or you're making it, fucking Scott Stapp, you are drinking your ass off.
Saying bitch, whether within the context of a woman or a man, I think just the word bitch is a pretty strong trope. I'm gonna say overblown production, often for the sake of compensation for not necessarily a lack of substance, but a lack of anything actually going on. Like, all in all, butt rock is pretty bare bones. It doesn't really... The additional production is, like, purely, like, a choice. It doesn't need that. That's not how it's necessarily performed. So I would say overproduction that adds literally nothing is also a pretty strong trope. I struggle to think of butt rock bands that aren't American, except for Bush. Because Bush is British, right? Mm-hmm. For a second I thought they were Canadian, but then I found out they were British, and that fucked me up. I didn't know British bands could sound like that. Well, nah, because I guess... Here's another thing about, like, the differentiation between expression and aesthetic. Basement. British band, They sound like they should be butt rock, but they just aren't. Yes! I love Drag Race. Sashay away, motherfucker. Look how orange you look.
Are they straight edge? Is that what that X is? Are they? Wait, I missed the X.
No. If
Straight
it's a
edge.
varsity X, they're straight edge.
I think he has that shit actually tattooed on himself. Because when I went to see him at the
Can I
fair,
see your,
he had an
jewel,
X tattoo on the back of his head.
You saw him at the fair.
My favorite butt rock song, butt rock. Shit. Like, if I really had to qualify my favorite butt rock song, it would probably be something by Creed, just because I grew up listening to Creed. I created my own prison! Like, you know, shit like that.
Okay, it's about butt rock?
Butt rock songs. Can I say Fat Lip?
Limp Bizkit, $3 Bill Y'all. The whole album was at the time weird enough for us weirdo kids who like rock and roll and our Jinko jeans, and we could wear our long chains, wear big ass Jinko jeans, 95-inch flare. Fuck it.
Alright, cool,
Don't
thank
hate
you.
on it. I really gotta know what this is for.
Say Maybe Movies by Alien Ant Farm.
Favorite butt rock song? She fucking hates me! Sha-la-la-la! Tried so hard and I thought about feelings like I had none.
Of what I really am. This is how you remind me of what I really am. Sound like you say sorry. Was written on a different story. This time I'm mistaken. Forever you are breaking, and I've been wrong. I've been down to the bottom of every bottle. These pop words in my head. Are we having fun yet? Yeah, yeah.
There are a lot of things to hate about this album. And I mean a lot. For one, the lyrics. Ugh, these lyrics are awful. They are a goldmine for anyone who's heard any good music made in the last 30 years. There are also some half-baked songs on this album that were only there to sell this thing as an LP, because it sure as shit don't sound like an LP. Speaking of shit, the same old shit, different day, gotta get up lyric that Scatland, oh, precious Scatland, sings ad nauseum, starts to resemble bricks being thrown against a cement wall. The drumming sucks and lacks any sort of nuance, or doesn't provide anything other than just being a flimsy foundation for all these songs to be built on. Any room for an interesting groove or impactful fill is replaced by it makes the drummer of AC/DC look like Steve Gadd. Fuck the drummer of AC/DC. But you know what? You know what you can't fuck? Puddle of Mud. You wanna know why? You wanna know why? Because they got me. This one's going in the glove box. First off, the song Blurry rules. It rules. Even the biggest detractors of this album have to admit the song is a bop. The tempo combined with the clean production would make Greg Andrews blush. And I don't even know who the fuck that is anymore. Then they have to follow it up with this cover of Summer Nights. Oh, this jock jam slock motherfucking Wes Scantlin can't write a motherfucking melody to save his life. Okay. Positive. The choruses on this album. They are huge. I mean, have you heard Control? Definitely the use me of the butt rock world. This song pulls all strings and bondages out with this one. It is hard to listen to it, knowing all the guys with awful dragon tattoos who have had sex on a blow-up mattress listening to this song, but it still rips. As much shit as Wes Scatlin gets for sounding like Kurt Cobain, he can really pulsate channel digression whenever he wants. The problem is, he doesn't always play to his strengths, and you get shit like fuck! Okay, there's this Nirvana song, right? It might be a B-side, I really don't know. But whenever I hear the song Bring Me Down, I can't help but think of it. And I can't even think of the fucking song. It really pisses me off. But they got me. Yep. Definitely nothing wrong with this song. The melody of the verse of Never Changes. It's cool. And while I can count how many elements of the pre-chorus are lifted from other songs, it's actually the first time the band doesn't rely on or to write an interesting part. So good that you totally forget how fucking lame the chorus is. Even the downplayed outro is a good fit. Are the lyrics fucking stupid? And should you feel embarrassed yelling them in your car? Yeah. Should you do it anyway? Fuck yeah, you should. From here on out, it's alright, I guess. The Fred Durst produced Basement puts me to sleep, but the chorus to Said sounds like the first time I've been to Died with distortion on. They fucking got me. 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 Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed that latest installment of I Listen to Nothing But Butt Rock for a Week, because it's probably going to be the last one I make. I'm going to be very candid with y'all. I just lost the passion for making this series. It was August of 2019 when I came up with the idea. I just got over a summer of binge drinking and making really poor life decisions. I was a student, I was working part-time, and I really wanted to get into making YouTube videos. And this was kind of my first idea. I think even in the Monday video, I said something about that. It was really dumb. I just thought it'd be funny if I legitimately listened to Nothing But Butt Rock for a week, which I did. I actually did do that. It was not very fun. And then made like a fictional, non-fictional-ish series about it. And that would be kind of my foray into making YouTube videos. I was a completely different person back then. Since then I've graduated. I have a full-time job. I live in a different place now. Obviously, you can see this is not the same room I had when I filmed all those scenes back in 2019. And I just kind of feel like it's time to move on. When I first came up with the series, I had every intention to finish it, to see it through. When I started the series, there was a lot that I didn't know about voiceovers, video editing, script writing, just putting a video together in general. And a lot of making this series was a learning process for me. And in a lot of ways, I'd like to thank the series for being that guiding light for me to learn all these things. Kind of have this crash course on it. But now I just feel like it's time to move on. I've just kind of lost the fire I initially had when I came up with the idea. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I didn't have much fun making this video. It didn't take me 8 months because it was this mammoth project I was working on that, I was working on every month, and it just took me I just kept putting it off, and I don't really feel great about the final product, to be honest. I mean, I hope you liked it, but the only reason I finished it was because, well, most of it was already done. Just the only thing I really had to put together was the review that was already written. I do have footage for the next 2 days. I do have scripts. But I just, if this one was kind of a drag for me to work on, I don't even want to think about what the next two would have been like for me. You guys see the numbers. I don't do this because there's a wide audience for this. I don't do this because, I know that it's going to get a lot of attention. I make these videos because they're fun. They're fun for me to make. I enjoy making them, and I just didn't really enjoy working on this, and I just don't see myself enjoying working on the other two. And so I figured just end it now. Just have this be it and move on. If you came to my channel for the Butt Rock series, I hope you stick around. I really do. I have a lot of great content planned. I have a lot of ideas and videos that are in the works, and I'm super excited about it. I can't wait to start working on them, and I have a lot of big plans for this channel. I'm sorry that I disappointed you in any way by not being able to finish the series. That's just kind of how I operate sometimes. Unfortunately, it sucks. I hate it. I hate that I can't finish things, but I do have a lot of ideas planned. I don't want to say that this is 100%. I don't want to say that's set in stone, but it's very unlikely. It's very unlikely that anything else is gonna get released from the series. Maybe I might put together. I don't know. I really don't know. I just have zero interest in working on it at this moment. I just don't want to get anybody's hopes up that they're gonna ever see a Butt Rock episode again. So, maybe if Nickelback releases an album and it's awesome, then I'll think about it. Maybe we'll see. So just ask Daddy Chatty to get that album pumped out. And also too, another announcement. I'm changing the channel name. Forgotten Features was something I kind of just came up with on a whim. I didn't really put much thought into it. And it's not really a great name, for being honest here. It's maybe if I was like a channel that reviewed forgotten movies from like the 1980s or indie films from the 90s, but it just doesn't really fit. It's just not a good name. So I don't know what the name is going to be, but a name change is coming eventually. So hope you guys enjoyed the series. Butt Rock forever.